here. I'm in the middle of filming BookMas videos for you all for later in the month. But I did want to start this new reading vlog. There is a boss battle that is about to drop for the Avengers Reading Challenge, and I'm waiting patiently. I really have not been motivated to pick anything up until this battle starts. So I read a little bit of the Bone Season yesterday, like 100 pages, not even enough to like count it even done. So I'm gonna wait until that boss battle drops and sort of figure out what's happening. I have 3 hours to film my videos. So I'm gonna try to film as many videos as I possibly can today for BookMas. And then when that boss battle drops, I'm probably gonna read. So that's the plan. That's the stuff we're doing. But I'll definitely check in when I get what I'm reading because I really don't know. They were very, very vague in their information. They literally just said, don't be in the middle of reading anything. And I'm in the middle of reading the Bone Season, but I've been in the middle of reading the Bone Season for about 2 months, so it's not going to change anything. And I did pick up Vespertine, but I wasn't feeling it, so I put it down. So I also just went to the library, so I have a lot of options. So I'm gonna wait for this boss battle to drop, and I'll check back in when I'm ready to start reading. Bye, friends. I'm back. It's about 5 o'clock. They did drop the boss battle. It is the most insane thing I've ever seen. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to film as many videos as I can so I can really focus on reading and just relaxing, because I know all the videos I have to film. I can film a lot of them. I can't film them all, but I'm going to try to film as much as I can tonight and maybe do one of the challenges later tonight. I have to pick an adult book and read 100 pages, which is a pretty easy challenge, but again, me and adult reads have not been the best friends, so I'm wondering if it could be like an adult romance. So I'm going to go figure out something for that challenge, but I'm going to still film. So I have a bunch of videos to film, and I'm still not done. Like, I still have not decided all the videos I'm going to do, but I'm going to go film my videos, and when I feel like I'm done, or at least pretty done, I will check in with you guys and give you guys a time check. I would love to read at least 100 pages tonight. That's my one goal, because I really have been so focused on other things, and reading has sort of fallen by the wayside. So my goal is to pick something to read, but I want to film for at least 3 hours. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll check back in when I'm done filming. Bye, friends. Friends, Lori here. I'm back. I swear I'm going to pick up this book and start reading. I just was filming like all morning, and then I went to errands, and my mom and me, we never go shopping. But like for the past 2 weeks, we have gone shopping every single weekend. So it's just been a little bit chaotic. So my goal is to read 100 pages of Nick and Nora's Christmas playlist and go from there. That is my plan of attack. I've literally read 20 pages this weekend. I'm very, very nervous about this boss battle. So I'm going to go start. And I think next week I'm going to kind of do something a little bit similar. I'm going to film Friday night, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. And the rest of the time I'm just going to read and relax, because filming is fun, but it's just a lot. So I'm going to go read about 100 pages of this, and then I'll give you, actually, maybe I'll read about 50 pages, and then I'll give you guys a solid update, because I don't feel like I know enough about these characters quite yet. So I'm going to go finally sit down and read, then I'll report back, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. I'm able to give you guys a little bit of context, but I did start Nick and Noel's Christmas playlist by Cody Hall. I read about 50 pages of this. I have to read 50 more to save Fury. If you're not following the Avengers Reading Challenge, I'm going to be talking about that for like the next month, because I'm trying to save all my Avengers before New Year's Day. So, but this book is just very, very cute. It takes place at a Christmas tree farm. You follow Nick and Noel, and they are best friends. Nick has recently come back from being a soldier in Iraq, and he's trying to put his life back together. His girlfriend has just broke up with him. Noel is sort of a very, very isolated person. Her parents died when she was very, very young, so she sort of grew up with Nick's family. And I feel like romance is going to happen, but they live on a Christmas tree farm. That is really, really cool. They have a puppy, which I'm loving. I love books that have puppies in it. I read about 50 pages. I'm going to go read 50 more. It's just the perfect book to get me in the mood for the holidays. I'm really excited for this one. So I'm going to go read 50 more pages, and then I'll give you guys another update. Play here, I'm back. I just took a shower, and I did wind up capturing Fury, or recruiting Fury again, or saving him from the abyss. So I did write 102 pages of Nick and Noel's Christmas playlist. Right off the bat, I'm really, really liking this book. It's very, very fun. It has like two of my favorite tropes sort of combined into one, and I'm loving it. I love the Christmas setting. I love that they sort of they work at a Christmas tree farm. I feel like his parents own a Christmas tree farm, and her parents died when she was younger, so she was sort of like taken in by this family and grew up with them. And Nick has just returned back from being a soldier, and immediately as he got off the plane, like, his girlfriend broke up with him, and Noelle is always very, very isolated because she doesn't want like attachments to anyone. She really has no desire to get married or have kids, and everyone knows that about her. But they sort of get sucked into this fake dating situation because they make out to like prove a point to someone, and now they're sort of stuck in this thing that everyone believes that they're dating. But I love that their relationship is really more like friends. Like, they grew up together, but it definitely was not like brother and sister. It was more like, really, but they're very, very close, and there's a puppy in it. I'm really, really loving it. So I'm gonna go save Black Widow next. I'm gonna go try to read for like 45 minutes for that and not go on social media, which is really, really hard for me, and not have any like background noise or distractions. So I'm gonna put on some study music, put on my put on my like little tree to like see like 45 minutes, and then when I'm done with that, I will check in. I don't even know what the next challenge is, so I'm gonna at least read for 45 minutes. When I'm done reading for 45 minutes, I will check in with you guys, and we will see what the next challenge is. Bye. That challenge might be a bit more challenging than I have originally thought, but I did capture Black Widow back, which is nice because I have a reading prompt I'm supposed to do for Black Widow, which I haven't been able to do, so that's actually good. But I really am liking this book quite a bit. Like, it's just a fun read. It has a lot of elements to a romance that I like, and I am right. It does take place at a Christmas tree farm. The other book, the audiobook I'm listening to, also takes place at a Christmas tree farm, which is just a funny coincidence. But I like that it's dual point of view. Very, very fun. But to get back Captain America, I have to read 40 pages of a book that's been on my TBR for at least 2 years. Or only 2 years, I think. So I'm going to read 40 pages of this and then see what the next challenge is. Yeah, and then I'll sort of report back and we'll see. But I'm going to read 40 pages of this and I will see where we're at that point. Bye, friends. I'm going to read about 40 pages of The Archived by Victoria Schwab. I'm intrigued by that book, but I don't think I'm going to be reading it again anytime soon because I only had to read 40 pages. That book's definitely not 400 pages. The next book I have to read is finish a book that's 400 pages that you have not started before the boss battle. I wish this book was like 5 more pages because it would have, with everything in this book, it is like 396. So this would have been fine if it was a couple more pages long. So I'm going to pick up A Gift to Remember by Melissa Hill. This was a bookstore. Oh, it's actually set in New York and Manhattan. It's about a bookstore around Christmas, I think. So I'm going to pick this one up, and it definitely will fill that, and will actually fulfill my Avengers reading challenge prompt as well, which is really exciting. But I'm going to bring both of these to work with me tomorrow. I doubt I will finish the Hulk challenge tomorrow, like, at all. But again, I'm being very cautious to not, like, I do not want to have to recruit these Avengers because it was a lot of work. Read 400 page book. So this will take me a bit. But this book is relatively short. I mean, it's like an easier read. I'll say that. It's not short, but it's like an easier read. And I did get this from my library. So, yeah, I'm going to start this tomorrow when I'm wandering in the city. I'm also going to bring this book in case for some weird coincidence I do finish it. I doubt that I will. But yeah, that's my plan. I will check in with you guys tomorrow when I come home from work. Yeah, that's sort of my plan. But I'm happy to be reading again. It was definitely not the reading weekend plan I had planned, but I'm happy that I'm actually reading again. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends. But later, I didn't wind up like relaxing. I realized I've been doing this reading challenge all wrong. So I didn't realize that there was like rules to it. My goodness, I'm so stupid. So I am still reading A Gift to Remember because this is a Hulk book. I need to read a 400-page book. So this will be the book I'm reading. I've also, today alone, I have started Nick and Noelle's Christmas playlist, which I read 150 pages of. the archive, which I read 40 pages of, and this that I read 50 pages of. So, but I do like this book. I'll probably talk a little bit more about it tomorrow, but I'm happy that I at least went to the live show, because I think if I didn't go to the live show, I would have been doing this game all wrong. Totally, like, 1,000% wrong, so I'm happy I went to it. I will update you guys tomorrow with more, and, I'm reading it pretty quickly. It's like a Christmassy romance. So, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Here, I'm back. Today was just a weird day. I left this book at home. So I was unable to read for my boss battle, really. Like, I read another Christmassy romance, the Nick and Noelle's Christmas playlist, and I got to about page 200 in that. But I felt so off kilter because my big goal today was to finish this, and I did not come anywhere close. I'm still 64 pages into it. However, I was able to finish my 12 Sleighs of Christmas, which is like a Christmas cozy mystery that I started a little bit before the boss battle. So it doesn't really count for anything. I guess I could, in theory, have counted it for something, but it didn't really fit for anything when I was listening to it. So I also picked up the Matzo Ball, which is a Hanukkah themed romance. That's 400 pages, and I'm listening to that on 2 times speed. I was looking for this as an audiobook, but I just can't find it. So, I read about 64 pages in this, and the only thing I know so far is you follow this character named Darcy. She lives in New York City. She's working in a bookstore, and she's just a reader. I really love her character. Her character reminds me so much of myself, like always leaving house with a book and like very obsessed with like written word. Her parents passed away. All of the Christmas romances I have read, this one and Nick Noelle's, have very similar main characters, I would say. I definitely like Darcy a lot more than I like Noelle, but they're very, very similar plot points in both books. And she's working at this bookstore, and she winds up running someone over with her bike, and he has a dog, and that's like the only thing I've read so far in this book, but I really am liking it. So my goal will definitely be to like maybe hit the 200 page mark. I don't know if that's doable, but I'm going to try my hardest to just make some progress on this tonight. I also did start the Matzo Ball, which is cute so far. I've listened to like 20 minutes of it, and I'm going to probably listen to a little bit more tomorrow, and I'll give you guys a more fleshed out breakdown, but it just sounds super cute so far. So I'm hopeful to have, by either like late Tuesday, have finished 1 or 2 of these books so I can move on to the next boss battle. I was doing the boss battle wrong, so hopefully now that I actually know how to do it correctly, I will be on a little bit of a better track. But I'm going to go read a little bit more of A Gift to Remember, and when I get up to page maybe 150, I'll give you guys a check-in. Bye, friends. I want to do a little bit of a check-in. Sorry. I did wind up reading about 150 pages in A Gift to Remember. This is definitely more women's fiction, but it does fulfill a couple of requirements. It's a 400-page book. I had to read a book that was white for one of my other challenges, so this fits it. I'm intrigued. It definitely has more of a mystery element to it, which I'm enjoying. It's set in New York City in the winter. The main character works in a bookshop, which I love right off the bat. And, I'm intrigued. I want to know how the story's going to wind up. Basically what it is she knocked this man down, and when she was riding her bike, and she's sort of taking care of his dog. He has no memory of what happened to him, who he is. And she's trying to help him put the pieces back together. And then she's taking care of this dog, and that starts to make more people come into her life, which I'm really, really liking. She's a little bit of an introvert. She doesn't have that many family and friends. So I'm liking it so far. My goal is to at least get up to page 200 before I stop reading for the night. But yeah, so I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then I'll check in with you guys. Bye, friends. It's Lori here. I'm here for day 6 of BookMas. You guys are seeing this actually on Christmas Eve, but I have a reading vlog for you guys where I read a bunch of Christmas romances. I read these in the first week of December and had a really fun time. I read 3 physical books and 2 audiobooks that were all holiday themed. I really hope that you like this reading vlog, and I will see you for my next day of BookMas. Bye, friends. Cut off the clip. So the first book I'm reading is A Gift to Remember. It's a women's fiction, romance, mystery set in New York City. I come in on the clip, and you guys, I'm just talking about that I liked it a little bit more than I thought I would. If I'm remembering correctly, this was the start of a boss battle that I just started really, really unexpectedly because they dropped it. So, sorry for the abrupt start to this vlog, but that's where we pick up. As I'm reading this book, I'm getting more interested in it. Like, I'm such a sucker for, like, mysteries. Like, any type of mystery, whether it's in fantasy or contemporary, I love a good mystery. But just trying to identify who this guy is and how, like, what his life is really interesting. I just love the setting as well. But yeah, I read about 200 pages of this. If I literally bought this book to school with me today, I probably could have finished it. So I am not going to forget this book at my house tomorrow. That is a big goal. But yeah, I'm really liking it. So reading for today, I was able to finish The 12 Slaves of Christmas, which is a cozy murder mystery set at a tree farm. I also read probably 100 pages of Nick and Noelle's Christmas playlist and this one. So I think this is probably going to be my Christmassy reading vlog for you all, other than the archived, which I just read a couple pages of and didn't really chat about. But yeah, so I'm going to check in with you guys tomorrow when I come home, and give you guys some more thoughts on A Gift to Remember. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Like, you also get point of views from Aiden's point of view in the past, and he's sort of trying to find something for somebody. You don't know who it is, and it's very mysterious. So, I'm intrigued. I'm really liking this. I'm going to try to watch. I really have fallen off the bandwagon on watching any TV shows the past month because I've really not been feeling my best. So, I'm going to try to pick something to watch. I don't know if it's going to be Schitt's Creek or like something, but I will report back to you guys tomorrow with hopefully a finished book. Bye, friends. Lori here and back. It is almost 6 o'clock. I did get home from work. I did a little bit of work after school. I never do that, but sometimes with the holidays and such, I just have a lot to do before I go to Disney. So I did a little bit of work, prep myself for a pretty big lesson I have this week, which is something I haven't done in about 2 years. So we'll see how that all shakes itself out. But I did wind up listening to a little bit more of The Matzo by Jen Meltzer. I'm really liking that audiobook, like, off the bat. I think it's really cute. It's a Hanukkah romance, which, to my recollection, I can't ever remember reading. But it follows this main character, Rachel, and she is also dealing with a chronic pain illness, which I think is really good rep. I like it. I never really read a character like that before. But she's also a Jewish woman, but she's in the closet as like a Christmas cozy mystery writer or cozy romance writer. And she kind of gets pushed back from her agents and says, look, we want you to write a Hanukkah romance. And she is like so uninspired. So she has to like cross paths with a boy she had a fling with when she was a lot younger. It is so funny. Like, I'm really, really enjoying that listening experience. I've been listening to it at work and just sort of when I was grading. Grading is super tedious, but it's just a fun delight. I also did like read quite a bit. So I'm on page 320 in A Gift to Remember. I am so curious how this book is going to end. I think I went in thinking it was like a romance, but I don't know if it's going to go in that direction. So I'll be immensely curious how this, and by romance, I mean a romance between the two characters. So I'm curious how this is all going to shake out. So I'm going to go read a little bit more of this and try to actually probably finish it so I can rescue the Hulk and then move on. Which if called me to ask a very, very silly question, so I had to answer it. But alas, so I'm going to try to finish the last couple of pages of this book so I can capture the Hulk or rescue the Hulk. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not participating in the Avengers Reading Challenge, and you totally should. It's really, really fun. So I'm going to go read the more of this, probably get to the end, and then give you guys an update on A Gift to Remember. Bye, friends. Hello, here I'm back. I did wind up finishing my book, A Gift to Remember, by Melissa Hill. I really enjoyed this book. I will say it is a HOA at the very, very end, but this book makes you work for your HOA, like, quite a bit. I'll be very honest. I really did like it, though. I really liked it was set in a bookstore. I really liked that it was set in New York City. I really like the main character. I think I felt like super connected to her. And I just really liked it. There was also a puppy in here. It was really, really fun. It was definitely a unique story. I would say this is probably more women's fiction. There is a romance at it, but definitely more women's fiction. But I really did like it. I would give this one 3 stars for review. So Hulk is saved, which is awesome. My next book I'm going to pick up is for the reading challenge. I have to read a YA book that's 200 pages, and if I start it, when it goes up, I don't have to, like, change my challenge. So I'm going to pick up Tiffany Schmidt's I'm Dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas, and I'm going to go into this one sort of blind. I know that the main character is a ballet dancer. She's a babysitter, and she winds up going on, like, a trip with the family that she babysits, and that's all I know so far. So I'm going to read a little bit of this tonight. I probably won't be able to finish it, but I'm going to read a little bit more of it, and I'll report back when I have read about 50 pages. So, and ooh, this front is so pretty. So I'll update you guys in a bit, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye, friends. Flurry here. Sorry for a slightly different angle, but I did wind up reading about 50 pages in I Am Dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas. I picked this book up sort of randomly. I needed to read a YA book for 200 pages for my Spider-Man boss battle, and I'm in the middle of a Christmas reading vlog, so I figured why not pick up a Christmas romance, and I have quite a few. So this book follows a main character. Oh, what is her name? There's like so many characters we met so quickly. I can't remember her name right now, but we follow the main character. She's a dancer. She is dealing with a lot. She really, really likes Christmas, but nothing seems to be going her way this holiday season. Her friends are a little bit isolated from her. Like, all her major Christmas plans keep getting canceled or edited, or stuff goes sort of wrong. Her dad is really disconnected from her, like totally disconnected from her. And she's struggling to really feel connected to this holiday season. She's also a babysitter, and she's a dancer. And she gets this invite to kind of go away for Christmas with one of the family that she babysits. And that's sort of where we are right now. So I've read for about 50 pages. My goal for tomorrow is definitely to read 150. I tend to read Christmas romances super quickly. I also finally catched up on all my YouTube videos, which is great. Now I need to watch another bunch. But I figure I will be able to make some progress on watching some more YouTube videos because I have a lot of reading to do, a ridiculous amount of reading to do to be ready for this boss battle before I leave for Disney. So I'm going to hopefully be able to watch. I'm going to watch like a couple of more videos tonight and just sort of make some headway and literally just try to catch up as much as I can. But I will update you guys tomorrow when I come home from work. I'm still listening to the Matzo ball, and I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas, so I will update you guys when I come home tomorrow and give you guys a little bit more thoughts about I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas. But so far, I'm really liking it. So talk to you guys in a bit. Bye, friends. Right here, I'm back. I just want to say that I did wind up reading to about page 135, and I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas. I have to read about a little bit more than 50 pages to recapture Spider-Man. So that is my main goal. I really am liking this book, though. It's like very, very fun. But you basically follow this girl named Noelle. I think her name's Noelle. And I'm also reading another book that has a Noelle, so I think that her name's also Noelle. But I'm following this character, and she's having a rough Christmas season. Her dad is really like out of touch with her. She's a ballet dancer, and she has this crush on one of the older brothers of the 2 kids that she babysits, but she's never met him. He's a ballet dancer at the school she really wants to go to. But when all of her Christmas plans suddenly fall apart, she's convinced to go be a babysitter over Christmas week with this family at like a ski resort. And then, surprise, the brother shows up, and he is not what she's expecting. But it has so much fun stuff. Like, I love books about like jobs. I've always liked that. So, and little kids are really, really cute. The only thing better than little kids in a book is animals. So I'm really liking this one quite a bit. I think she's also dealing with a lot. She feels very, very isolated from her family, her friends. Sorry, my voice is shot. I like talk too much at my job, clearly. And then I come home and I talk. So, story of my life. But I really am liking it. So I'm going to read until page 200, and then I'll give you guys a check-in. Bye, friends. Just Laura checking back in. I did wind up getting up to page 200, And I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas. I did save Spider-Man, which is excellent, for my reading challenge. So my goal is to, now I have to read 1,000 pages in 5 days, which I think we could split it. So I have to read 500 pages, which is very, very doable. So I'm very, very excited for that. But I'm going to go make some more reading progress. I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas. It's very, very cute. Like, I really do like it. It's a very, very quick read, but there is a lot of like stuff under the layer of the story, and I'm just really enjoying it. Like, I just like all the Christmassy elements. I like she's finally meeting this Wyatt person that she's kind of been dreaming about. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of mysteries that sort of are going to untangle towards the rest of this read. So I will talk to you guys when I read a little bit more. My goal is to get up to page 250 at least before I stop reading for the night. That's my major goal. So talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Back. I did wind up having a pretty chaotic today at work. I also talked a lot, so that's why my voice is pretty hoarse. I was gonna film today, but it just did not happen. Maybe I'm definitely gonna have to film tomorrow, but hopefully my voice sounds a little bit better. But I did wind up finishing 2 books today. I finished the Matzo Ball, which is a Christmas Hanukkah romance, which I like. I can't remember if I talked about it in any of these previous clips, but it follows this main character named Rachel, and she is a Jewish main character, but she has a secret job where she writes Christmas romances. And her publisher, I think I did say this, but her publisher convinces her to sort of write a Hanukkah romance, and she's really like uninspired, and she winds up getting connected with a person she knew from her past, and it was a delight. I really like this audiobook. I listened to most of it today when I was like scheduling posts for the next 2 weeks for my students. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. I like that there's a lot more books that are like diversifying like the holidays we read. I read a Diwali one earlier this year. I read this one. I just like it. There's an abundance of Christmas reads. So I just like that there is a little bit more diversity to my reads. And I thought it was fun. So, and I also literally just finished I'm Dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas by Tiffany Schmidt. I also really like this book. This book had a lot of like my favorite tropes overall. It was about like sort of like a hate to more romance. It also was about a traveling trip. It was winter themed, which I love. It had a babysitting element to it. It was about dancing and the arts, which is also something that I really, really do like. And I just found this to be delightful. So 4 stars, and I finished reading another book. So I have read 432 pages to save Shang-Chi. We're doing it with someone else, so hopefully she'll respond back and see if maybe she has read about 400 pages, and then I can move on to reading another one. But if she doesn't get back to me, I'm going to try to tackle Nick and Noelle's Christmas playlist before I head to work tomorrow. So I would like to finish a majority of this book tonight. It's very, very long. I'm liking it though, but I just want to putting it down for other things. So my goal is to start reading this. I don't know what I'm going to listen to tomorrow either. I'm definitely in the Christmas mood, so I'm just going to kind of listen to some more audiobooks tomorrow as well at work. But I'm going to go start this, probably grab a shower, and I'll update you guys when I get up to page like 300 in this. It's pretty fun though. I was reading this earlier and then I got distracted. So talk to you guys in a bit. Bye friends. I just want to do a quick check-in. I will be very honest. I'm not loving this like at all. I think the setting's fun. I think I liked probably like the first 150 pages of it a lot more than I like the rest of it. It's very, very long. I think it's a lot of like drama that's like unnecessary. There's a lot of girl drama in this book as well, and I really am not the fan of it. I'm really thinking of the 2 people. I think I like Nick's character a lot more than Noelle's, and I know Noelle is like dealing with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that Noelle is just dealing with in this book, but it's also very sex heavy, and that's totally fine for other people. I like my books fade to black unless if they're romance, like Regency romances. I don't know why, but I like that. So it's okay. I'm definitely going to finish it. I think my edition, I have like less than 100 pages left, so I'll definitely be able to finish it. Definitely, but it's just feel bad because I got this for someone for Christmas, and I don't even know if I'm going to give it to that person or give it to someone else. But it's just not my favorite. I picked it up because I really wanted to read some more Christmas romances, and I bought a bunch, and this one's just not doing it for me. Honestly, it's probably going to be like a 3-star read, probably like a 2.5, but yeah, I'm going to go try to read a little bit more of it, and see if I can maybe finish it tonight and just tackle it, because I'm liking it. It's just not my favorite. So, talk to you guys in a bit. I'm going to do a quick update. I do have about 50 pages left in Nick and Noelle's Christmas playlist. I'm definitely going to tackle the rest of this book today. I have to admit, I liked the first half of this book. I liked the first 200 pages. The last 200 pages was not my favorite. I think out of both of the characters, I think I like Nick a lot more than Noelle. I thought it was also set at a Christmas tree farm, and this character reminded me a little bit too much of the other book I read, The Gift to Remember, but I like those characters a lot more. Just like her situation was very similar to A Gift to Remember, but I really did like that book quite a bit. This book is probably my least favorite of this reading vlog and the Christmas romances I've read this year, but you know, it does happen. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of this, and then I'm gonna wrap up this reading vlog and figure out what I'm gonna read for the weekend, because I feel like they're gonna drop a boss battle on me, and they're gonna make these challenges a lot harder. So hopefully me and my partner can finish Shang-Chi so we can start another one before things get crazy. So talk to you guys in a bit. Bye, friends. I'm back. Sorry, my shirt has changed. But I just wanted to say that I'm gonna wrap up this reading vlog. I actually did read quite a bit in this week, which is actually pretty good. Most of it for the boss battle, but I did finish reading A Gift to Remember by Melissa Hill. This was a New York themed contemporary with a bookshop. It was definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more romance heavy, but it was definitely more mystery heavy, but like a light mystery. I really liked it. I love New York in Christmas time. So this one was set in New York. A very, very fun read, and one that just sort of captured me. So I would wind up giving this one 3 stars for review. The next Christmas read that I read was an audiobook, and that was The 12 Sleighs of Christmas, which is a murder mystery, cozy mystery. Here is a photo. Really fun holiday read. I would say it was definitely I've read so many cozy mysteries, and I sometimes really struggle with them. I really like this one, and I just thought it was a really, really fun read. Set at a Christmas tree farm, a small town. I love books about small towns. I really liked it. Gave it 3 stars. All the holiday vibes. So yeah. And then the next physical book I picked up was I Am Dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas by Tiffany Smith. This is the author of the Bookish Boyfriend series. I really like this one as well. It was like the perfect read. It had travel, babysitting, some family dynamics, grief, all of the important elements in a holiday story, and just some holiday fun. This book also had kids at the heart of it. I thought it was great. Sorry. I would wind up giving this one 4 stars for review, and I would definitely read more by Tiffany Schmidt in the future. And then the next audiobook that I picked up and finished was The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer. Here is a photo. This one a little bit, but it was because I was listening to it, but it follows this young woman who's a Jewish lead, but she has a secret identity as being a Christmas romance writer. But when her publishing house convinces her to write a Hanukkah romance, she has to reconnect with someone from her past. I love the chronic pain representation, also just the Hanukkah representation. I really liked it. Thought it was a cute read. Gave it 4 stars. And then the last book I finished in this reading vlog was definitely not my favorite, and that is Nick and Noelle's Christmas Playlist by Cody Hall. I said I would say this one is also set at a Christmas tree farm. It's definitely a take on Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and I would say I probably like the first 200 pages of this book, and then just the character dynamics and the character relationships, the length. It was just boring, and the characters, I really didn't like anyone in the story, so that was a little bit of a disappointment. I'll probably give it 3 stars on Goodreads, but 2 stars for character growth because I didn't like anyone really. But it gave me one of my props for the Stan Lee board because this book would be found family. This book takes place in New York. The other book has like a Jewish main character, and a character has a job you wouldn't expect. But yeah, I really, really had a good time with this reading vlog. I read a lot of Christmas romances, which was so much fun. I will talk to you for my next day of BookMas, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.